This is crazy. Sorry, in the background, you're gonna hear my son watching Miss Rachel. I mean, not Miss Rachel this time, it's Miss Tasha. But so, anyways, I made the report like my son's speech pathologist suggested I do because of the incident of something that she encountered of me telling her that my phone had been hacked or in my email. And she believed me because she had emailed both of my email addresses. Oh my gosh, I hate when my son does that right when I'm recording. Oh, he'll be quiet the whole way. As soon as I start recording, anyways, because it can be distracting. But anyways, sorry about the coughing. So Miss Applegate, she told me to make a police report because she was like, it's not their job to tell me if they think I'm paranoid or crazy. And that's exactly what I told her was the reason why I did not want to make a police report. And look, this guy is pretty incompetent, Sokolov. He didn't tell me his first name, and I asked for his badge number, and I don't even think he gave me the right badge number, but he might have. And this is the incident number. I just kind of scribbled it so because I was on the phone and he was kind of pissing me off when he was telling me what his opinion was instead of just taking the fucking report. I wasn't trying to get nobody in trouble and get them charged. He was like, and he talked like a fucking incompetent New Yorker with that New Yorker accent. He's like, it's Sokolov. It was like, it was almost kind of like how, what's that name? Not Robert De Niro, or it might be not Smokey Robinson, the fighter. What's that movie called? Stallone, Sylvester Stallone. He kind of talked like that, but sounding kind of like a slow one, a slow, um, incompetent officer. And I apologize to say that because, but some of y'all be hiring these officers just because y'all need somebody. Y'all don't care. You just let people on the force. He sounded like the way he was insulting me on the phone. He said, I'll make it in the notes about what you said, but I can't. This doesn't sound like a crime. And he was saying, and it's not. He kept insinuating that, but I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble for a crime. I'm just making a report. So just in case something else does happen with these individuals I tried to list on the report, then I have a paper trail that has proof. And since I know that people are hacking my phone and my email, and it's a long story how I know, but you can put things together and figure it out. Um, but he kept saying, "Well, you sound kind of like you're paranoid. It sound like just some paranoia." He was about to just get off the phone with me when I called. He didn't even let me get to the point to tell him the rest of the stuff what happened. He just heard me talk about hacking my phone. I shouldn't have even said that part. I was just making a report about just in case because of the actions and behaviors I see of these people, what they're doing. Then his motherfucking dumbass gonna tell me, well, he can't. He almost didn't even want to make the report until I asked for his name and his badge number and told him I'm documenting everything. Because, and then that's when his voice started to change a little bit. Like he started to get just a little bit more serious. But he was sounding like one of those careless people, like how it would be illustrated on a movie, the chubby person who sits at their desk all day and they're sloppy, they just eat food all day and don't give a damn about their job. They just work through their hours while they're eating and do whatever they can, go through the motions to pull through the shift so that they can go home and make sure they collect that check. That's all they care about. Until something happens to him, I almost said it to him like, okay, well, if I find a way to hack your shit, then don't be mad because people can hack stuff. I almost feel like I want to go work to learn how to do that just so I can harass and hack their stuff and then see if they have that same feeling about somebody being paranoid. That shit gonna happen right back to his ass. Something gonna happen in the future and people gonna say that he was just being paranoid and he gonna go through some real shit. So, and it's not from me either. My ancestors gonna take care of that, and my angels. We ain't playing around. So, anyways, he gonna tell me instead of taking the information down that I'm saying for the incident report, he over here giving me his 2 cents about. That's exactly why I didn't want to. I told my therapist I didn't fucking trust these motherfuckers because I don't trust it. And when I was getting a reading from someone, a lady said one of my sons screamed when I'm saying something. That's confirmation. So I don't know. It's just like the sirens that go off. But anyways, I'm trying to be quick. That's why I'm talking fast. So I apologize. But 444. This dude, as soon as he got on the phone, I knew it was gonna be some shit. Cause I'm like, damn, you ain't even let me list the names of individuals who I know is involved in this. And he's like, well, if did they damage your car? like, was it recently? And then I was like, no, it was about approximately 2 weeks ago when I had paid one guy to fix my brakes, but he asked me to pop the hood of my car. And it didn't dawn on me until later on. I was like, if he fixing my brakes and got my car already in the air before I come downstairs, then why you need me to pop my hood? But I didn't think about that at the time because I was trusting him to be the good guy he portrayed himself to be. He's always like, he seemed like he have a good energy, like he's smiley and he laughs, and but my baby dad was the same way. But that's the same nigga that tried to fucking kill me or poison me with the food. And I'll talk about that some other way. I sound like I'm paranoid as fuck, and it's exactly why people out here don't tell their story about what's going on, because y'all stupid motherfuckers who's in on doing shit that you ain't got no business doing try to make people like us seem like we're paranoid and we're crazy. I had to slightly kind of check my therapist on that too, and I was like letting him know I can understand where he's coming from, especially from his professional perception. But like it make you sound crazy. It's something I told him earlier. I feel like he finally understood, like, just because something might seem one way to him don't mean necessarily that's what it is. Like, I got him to kind of think outside the box, like not think that his perception is the only way to see something. But and I said that's why I don't feel comfortable to tell him some of the stuff, because when he get offended or he have his professional opinion about something, that doesn't mean it's right. And I tell him that I have to be careful in the way I articulate the things I tell him, because he could just feel some kind of way and go say I need some sort of assessment or whatever. And then, excuse me, I told him I wasn't receiving emails from other people that was sending me emails. I have proof. I have those emails in my email when people were from other organizations were sending me emails and saying that they sent it so many odd times and I wasn't receiving it, and neither did my son's speech pathologist. She sent me an email at both of my emails. She I kind of got upset. She got a return message that says something about it was returned and or undeliverable, and some other message that she got. But then I later emailed her that day to see if she still was going to come, because I noticed I haven't heard from her yet. But little did I know, she did already reach out to me way early in the morning, around 6 or 7. And I'm like, damn, it's like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. She's supposed to be here at 1:30. Where's she at? But so I messaged her and she said, oh my gosh, I did not know your email was still working, honey. And then I started telling her about the harassment of Daniel Riley, who used to be a pimp, who has a sister who's a retired police officer, who made some sort of threat to me, telling me about how there's something he can do to our phone, especially if he has our phone number. And then I remember him calling me, said, where your car parked at? And he said it in a way like he was insinuating that he knows that I'm not where he thinks I should be, because he was already being controlling. I'm like, nigga, we ain't even in no relationship like that. And then he was telling somebody about me, and he told me later on, another day after him and I had stopped talking for about a week or two, and he told me exactly what I did, because he was sitting across the street watching me in the Denny's across the street from where I live. And he said, what you did was you parked up there, you let your window down, you sat there for a little bit, and then you took off and went somewhere. And I remember what I had did that day. I had made another video about it and posted it on my channel, or I might not have posted. Yeah, I did post it. If I did, I'm about to later on when I put my other SD card in my phone and those videos pop up. Now I have enough boldness to show those videos, because at first I wasn't so sure I should post that stuff, but now I know I need to, because the motherfucking stupid ass Portland police ain't gonna do no fucking shit. You see this report number this nigga gave me, and his badge number allegedly is that badge number. I asked him because I got upset. I said, you know what, sir, excuse me, what's your name in your badge number? And he didn't want to give it to me, but he said Sokolov. And then I thought it was a V, as you can see, but it was two F's. He claimed, at least, like that law office, the Sokolov law office. But anyways, he said his badge number was that, and this is the incident report number. And guess what? At first, he only gave me the first few. Or this, I don't even remember hearing him say it. And it's not that I don't remember. I know he didn't give me the full number. He just says 24-758. That's all. And I repeated to him again after he knew that I was documenting this. Then that's when he gave me the full report number, because he paused. He didn't say it. And there was nothing. I did not interrupt him when he was speaking. He acted like he gave me the full number. I said, that look a little too short. And then he was like, it's 258s. It's 5858. And I was like, you ain't tell me that at first. But this dude's a fucking moron, bro. And I'm sorry to say that about fellow officer, but because I know all officers are not as incompetent as this guy came across. He. I don't know if the call is recorded, but it should be, baby. Cause they need to pull that motherfucking call because you can hear how incompetent this motherfucking nigga was. He was. I don't know what the hell he is, and he think the only two nationalities are black and white. He was like, was he black, white? And then he said, it's a white guy in my apartment. He's not a security. He doesn't wear the uniform, but he's like somebody that does security or something around there. And I was like, how it better not be the same dude that told my ex how to get up the. He said it's a very secure building because even we have a hard time coming in over there. We got you got to have a fob to get up the elevator. And I was like, no, it's not. You might look secure. You can literally pull the door open. I did it a couple times because somebody fucked the door up. So I thought the door was still fucked up. I apologize for my language. And I pulled it, but I was strong though because they had fixed it that day, and I had pulled it, and it popped open. So you're able to actually pull the door open. It's not that secure, even when it's locked. I don't know what they did to fix it, but I know how they got the door open. And then there's these people who live here who let other homeless people in this joint that don't belong here. They stopped doing it for a while. One of the men who live on the same floor I live, I haven't seen him in a while because he's one of the people who was in on some of the harassment that was happening. And I know because he's the only one who said, well, if you give me some pussy, I'll help you. I said, hell to the motherfucker. And I said, no, that's okay, thank you. And then I walked off. And it was around that week, it was around Christmas, that I had when I went outside, some lady came up to me, told some, and now I called the cops on you to get you in more trouble than you can get out of. Bitch, your stupid motherfucking demonic shape shifting ass gonna get your ass beat the fuck down in the spirit realm, ho. You know you regretting what the fuck you did. That's why she came on my mind one time. But anyways, because I was telling the police that people were harassing me in my apartment, they didn't care to hear about that part, and that's what I told my therapist. And then at first he started doing just like these stupid motherfucking police officers saying, well, you sound kind of paranoid. I'm like, how the fuck I'm gonna have a therapist and he acting just like these motherfuckers, and he's supposed to be kind of helping my ass out too. I'm telling him what the fuck going on. He trying to think I'm mentally incompetent or I'm possibly getting mentally unstable again. I started telling him how it's, of course you gonna be kind of mentally unstable when you telling motherfuckers what the fuck going on with you. Of course I ain't said to him aggressive the way I'm saying it here on this video. Of course I was more chilled out and polite and kind. Otherwise he'll definitely say something wrong with my ass. He'll be like, why are you talking to me like that, Genevia? So I already know. And plus, when I see his face, I get happy, especially when he have a little bit of glow on him. Because I think he is one of God's children. But sometimes people they ain't at a certain level intellectually. Even just because you have a degree does not mean you have all the intelligence in the world. Just because I'm your client doesn't mean that you're more intelligent than I am. Even though I don't have a degree, doesn't mean that I was gonna just stupid. I'm just gonna say it like that. 13 doesn't mean that I'm not wise or I don't have any type of intellectual capabilities just because I'm a client that's going for therapy. And that's the problem, what I'm talking about in the court, the way this whole system is set up. Just like Iniko said, she was like, they created a living hell. They are ghost, they are pale, they created a living hell. She was talking about this fucking matrix, stupid ass fucking people. And I'm telling him what the fuck going on with me and his men. Then when he tried to say, well, that doesn't really sound like a crime. Dude, I'm not, just because I'm reporting something don't necessarily mean it's a crime yet. And he said, well, we're not in the business to work for the in case of. I know that's you telling the motherfucking truth because of the shit that I remember y'all niggas saying. Y'all want blood to be on the ground and people blood to be shed and somebody fucked up before you respond to something. So I know that this whole police shit ain't fucking shit. So that's where I started losing my respect for the police department. But there have been a couple of them in my life that during their job, they actually had a normal human interaction with me instead of acting like some fucking corporation robot. They might as well get AI and just let all the AI bots probably will do a better job at policing than these motherfucking humans that they got. And don't get me wrong, I do know that there's some rich people out here in this world that know police officers that are actually good people, at least from what they perceive. But y'all don't be knowing what these motherfuckers be doing behind closed doors or what they do in the privacy of their own home. You might think they're a good person because of your interactions with them, because they putting on the sham, like we used to call it, like they putting on that fucking act in front of your ass. People can keep that shit up for years, nigga. That's why I'm not easily fooled by. So I go by their demeanor, by their auric field, their energy, how I feel, what I pick up on them when I'm around them. I have that deep discernment. And I already knew. That's what I just told my son's speech pathologist. This is exactly why I didn't make a report. And he talked about something. Why didn't you call when it first happened? Nigga, it's because of this. I told him it's because of the conversation that me and you having right now. You telling me that I'm paranoid and I must be crazy. And of course, if I let somebody work on my car, you gonna start blaming me instead. So I almost wanted to tell him, if I come and fuck your shit up, then I bet you'll say it's a crime then. If you paid me to do some work on your car, he told me it's a civil matter. I get that. I'm not trying to make it a crime where they get arrested. I just wanted the fucking shit documented, motherfucker. How hard was it for you to understand that shit? But then y'all motherfucking stupid ass want to say people like us are crazy, or we're delusional, or we're paranoid. Bitch, it's because y'all motherfuckers is doing shit that'll make a nigga fucking paranoid. Stupid motherfucker. I'm telling you what the fuck I'm doing, and you over here trying to put your 2 cents in. It's exactly what I told Miss Applegate, the reason why I did not want to make a police report. Because they acting just like my fucking family, the motherfuckers that know exactly what the fuck going on, but play that part real cool. Act like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Oh, you sound like you paranoid. Oh, you tripping. You crazy. And that made me feel good to know that there was one Caucasian European woman who understood where I was coming from. And she said that herself. She said, honey, I think they know that you are afraid to go to the cops. That's why they keep doing the things to you that they're doing. And she's absolutely correct. It made me feel good to know that there was at least one individual who knew and who could catch on. I'm not fucking as stupid as these stupid motherfucking cunt ass niggas want to make me think I am. I know I'm not. And I apologize when I get upset. This is how I am. But sometimes if I'm really upset, I can't say a motherfucking word. It's all action from that point. And if I do speak, I sound like monotone and quiet because I'm so upset that I don't have words to express anything. In my tone of voice, when you hear me speak, you will know I'm not to be fucked with, to just leave me alone at that time. Or if you bullshitted me, you gonna know I mean motherfucking business. Just how I'm talking right now, I'm not upset as I can be. Because when I'm really upset, I can't even shout and be angry like this. And if I do shout, it's so loud, boisterous, and powerful, it'll make you run. I've seen it happen before, from a white lady that kept trying to say something to me, and I was quiet and I was already upset about something. And so anyways, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna make my own report and say the people who was harassing me and doing stupid shit and fucking shit up in my car was Anthony Smith, just like the dumbass officer said. He said, well, it's 100 of Anthony Smiths. Bitch, I don't motherfucking care. Put that motherfucking name down on that shit, like I said. So Anthony Smith, Robert Porter from California, who's a Crip who do stuff in concerning dope, and got his bitch ass up here in Hillsboro, Oregon. And the other person, I'm not gonna say his name yet because I talked to him yesterday and I think he realized he made a mistake working with them motherfuckers coming to fuck with me. And I know because every time I deal with him, some other people come around doing shit at the same spot that him and I were at. Like, for instance, the video where I'm showing the two men who were talking, and they pulled up after that other black man left in the white car, and then the other people in the gray BMW SUV pulled up, and they were shaking their head, yeah, to a response that I was saying, in response to what I was saying about them pulling up, coming to fuck with me. And then the other dude did a head nod like, what's up, girl? But he was fucking around. He was playing with me because he knew that I know. He knew that I knew. Both of them did. And I bet you I sound crazy than a motherfucker. But I got the shit on camera. And some of these people out here in the world so fucking stupid and in denial that even if they saw the shit with their own eyes, they'll still choose to not believe that is real. So that's okay. Go ahead with y'all stupid selves. And I'm missing somebody, Dudene, but I got another video with his picture on it with the other dude that he's in a cult with that they created called Okuchalua in Africa, but he brought his bitch ass here and got broke. He said he was rich when he was in Africa, but when he came here, he got broke. Motherfucker got stripped because of the shit he was getting away with doing. Nigga, motherfucking homeless and shit, and then came over here trying to fuck with me. I told the officer these men, they called me and asked me to come over. It was only one. He had his friend. They both, and Daniel Riley was the person I was on the phone with when he told me. I told him there's these two men trying to come up to my apartment And this was before I found out Daniel Riley was one of them motherfuckers. But he was on the phone. He said they heard him when I was on the phone with him. What the fuck was you doing it on loudspeaker, and why was you letting them niggas hear, you stupid fuck? But anyways, he told me that he brought another man up with him and a dog, and I knew they was coming up anyway. So I said they were being hard headed, trying to come and knock on my door to get in my apartment. So what I did is I said, okay, I'll be at the front, and I got downstairs real fast with my son, and we went out the back with Daniel Riley and drove off in his car. And so they saw I wasn't home. I wasn't answering the door, and I think they left. But they came up there with a dog. You really think I was going to let you in my motherfucking house with you bringing another man over, Dudene, and bringing another man and a dog over? And I don't know if he said it was a pit or what kind of dog, but y'all was finna get fucked up. You thought just because it was two of y'all niggas, you was finna do something. If you ain't had no gun, whether you had a gun or not, if you better know how to use that motherfucker, because I ain't scared. I didn't had a gun pulled out on me twice. So yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know this is how they do shit. That's why I even told the officer, I said, you starting to sound like you working with the I said, you sound like you're on their side. He was like, how could I be on their side and I don't even know who they are? Motherfucker, you ain't gotta know who the fuck they are. You probably do. You just saying that stupid shit. You want me to think that I'm stupid, nigga? Yo, incompetent sound ass. Just the questions and the shit you saying let me know already you don't need to have that motherfucking job, because your bitch ass is over there doing shit you ain't got no motherfucking business doing either. I ain't say I was calling to make no report to get somebody in trouble. I just wanted documented. I told you that when I got on the phone, saying that my son's speech pathologist suggested I make a report. She said it's not their job to tell me if I'm crazy or paranoid. They're just supposed to make the report. And exactly what she said is what happened. And that's why I told her I didn't want to make the report. That's why it fucking took me 2 weeks, nigga, to make the report. Dumb bitch ass motherfucker. That's why I did know I did the right thing when I had that attempt to elude the police back then I had just went to court for it last year, but it happened a year and a half, 2 years before I actually went to court for it. And that wasn't completely my fault, because the attorney they gave, which was somebody Graham, I can't remember his first name, but he was the defending or the plaintiff defending the plaintiff on another case with a Freemason, David Lofton, that I was working with. That not working with him, but he begged me to come witness on the stand for his motherfucking ass, and I did, to help him out until I saw that a bunch of other Caucasian American European people got in big trouble and had big shit that they had to do, like go take classes, pay these big ass fees, wearing what you call those things on that they wear on their ankle bracelet, GPS tracking shit, whatever that, I forgot what it's called. They had to do all that shit, but the bailiff, what they saved David Lofton for last, who was operating with the Scottish Rite Freemasons, and the bailiff literally stood up and saluted his ashy black ass, and then they talked to him about what he did and gave him a fucking, it wasn't even no slap on the wrist, baby. It was probably like a little tap with the index finger on the top of his hand, compared to the other shit that happened. And then he said, and I ain't gonna have to do that shit that they told me I was gonna have to do. Cocky, arrogant motherfucker. Bitch, your judgment still gonna motherfucking come. 23, killing your motherfucking nephew and shit, and you think I don't know. Sometimes motherfuckers talk too much, and they so cocky and arrogant, and because they got away with shit for too long, they think they gonna continue to get away with the shit. Nigga, not on my motherfucking watch, you ain't.